Hey everybody. Yay, we're rolling. All right, welcome in you guys. This is a weekly abundance pick a card. I chose to do it this way this week. Abundance and career reading. Going to be looking at what is coming up for you. We're getting out of the Mercury retrograde, which is awesome in my opinion. I've just been completely shattered by the experience, I will say. So that is what I'm going to be doing with this reading. This is group A, this is group B, and this is group C. You and I work together here, right? Use your intuition, which group you want to choose. A few announcements before we move forward, just to give you a sense of what's going to be happening. This week, we are doing the spiritual business class is held on Monday night. So those of you in the class, don't forget, 7 p.m. That's really amazing. We're going to be talking about, oddly enough, moving out of ideas that block abundance for you. So that's one of the topics. We'll be doing that spiritual abundance class again in January, late January. So if you want to, you're going to want to put a pin in that and join for that. Also later this week on the 20th and 21st, that's right, yeah, 20th, we're going to be doing a North Node workshop again. Big demand for that. Everybody seemed to really like the first one. That is about your mission in life, where you're headed, what lessons you need to learn. Typically going toward your North Node scares the shit out of most people. So yeah, but it is good to know what the universe is constantly moving you toward. Okay. So that workshop, I believe, I'm not sure if it's the 20th or 20th. No, it's 21st. On the 20th, we're doing a workshop about how to read your birth chart, what's important in your birth chart in terms of love, abundance, all different things. So that will be happening on the 20th, right? Lots of stuff going on this week. Also, I will be putting up the rest of the holiday love readings. I think there's 5 more. Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. Those will be up this week. Okay, so you'll see those. And I have a question for you. So I'm going to be doing some different things in terms of the other channel. What questions do you want answered? It could be in terms of abundance, could be moving, out of belief systems that keep holding you back. Could be to inflame questions, whatever you want. Souls on Fire, head over there and you can ask us on that channel, like within the comments of the videos we've already done, or you can put it in this the comments of this video. I just want to know what questions you might have as we're moving out of Mercury retrograde, because this whole time, this week here is the end of the actual retrograde. Then we move into sort of a shadow shoulder thing. But Mercury retrograde is about realigning, reassessing, reconnection. So old relationships can come back together. Also, reassessing what you're doing in terms of career and abundance, so that when Mercury goes direct and you're able to communicate more effectively, if you've been affected by it, then this kind of information will help you move in a more abundant direction. So this reading is about abundance for you after the retrograde ends, right? Going forward. So what question do you want answered in terms of your abundance, or how do I bring in more abundance? How do I bring in a career change, or how do I do things differently so that I'm bringing more abundance into my life? That's what these 3 groups are. Group A, Group B, and Group C. Okay, so you've had enough time to check it out. I'm going to start with Group A here. I'm going to move these off to the side. Okay, just for now. And I've pulled the reading, so I haven't really looked at it at all. So let's see. The first card out was to the sea. Letting yourself float along on the energies of what, the universe is. You're co-creating with the universe. And how is the universe then showing up in my life because of the things I have manifested? This allows you to move along on the energy of that, okay? If you're doing a good job of manifesting with the new moons, manifesting, what you want in terms of abundance, sometimes you got to float along. All that glitters is second, unfinished symphony. So you may, this may be a change for you as to what you really value. Okay. There may be some differences in how you're looking at abundance. Abundance can mean, there's abundance in everything, right? We have abundance of friends. We have abundance of joy in our lives. We have abundance of time, right? Sometimes a job or a career needs to go away so that you have more time to devote to your craft, to your art, to your mysticism, to whatever it is you're doing. Your North Node will help you navigate that too. And what's happening right now is floating along on that, moving toward abundance. There could be some things that come back in. It could be this week that need reassessing. Unfinished symphonies, some things you started that you've never completed. That might be a good thing to look at in terms of what will bring you abundance. Things that are in process, in progress. You might have started to write a book and you put it down. You might have started to go apply for new jobs and you put that down. This is a time to really look at that. So the card underneath is Judgment. That is about reconnecting. This is the Mercury energy here in retrograde. It is a reconciliation card too. Things that were left undone or unfinished coming again. Three of Swords. Page of Swords, the opportunity here. So I'll go through these one at a time for you. Okay, in the extended for this group, I will also look at any zodiac signs that show up that might be relevant to you as you're moving through this Leo energy here. To me, that's saying to you, you get out there in a big way. You need to get out there in a bigger way. I feel like some of the things that you have been doing up until now, you might have been derailed by a heartache or derailed. This bracelet makes a lot of noise. Heartbreak or some kind of disappointment in your work. You may be feeling disappointed, and it can be that, remember what I said about reassessing your values, reassessing what it is that you truly want in your life. And so you could be looking to go back to school. This is saying to me, Page of Swords is new information, starting as a learning opportunity here. Also, if we're looking to be more, one of the things the universe is saying to you is you need to be more visible. Okay. And you might be somebody who really likes to write in solitude or do your art in solitude, or you prefer not to have too high a profile in whatever you're doing. I feel like the universe is saying to you, I would rethink that. On some level, your social media needs to improve. How you're getting yourself out there really needs to expand. So the opportunity is to learn some new things, learn new skills. You could go back for a master's degree. You could take to working at something. If you were disappointed, like you didn't get a job, you didn't get a career opportunity that you were expecting or that you wanted, I feel like now you're seeing like, okay, all right, I get it. I've got to put a little more effort into this. And you might have been also expecting a little too much. You might have been moving too fast in things, and it just wasn't. I remember having a time in my career when I kept getting derailed because I kept thinking, oh, this is the right thing in terms of bringing in more abundance. This is the right thing in terms of gaining, moving forward in my career. And I couldn't have been more wrong about that. And so the universe kept trying to derail me. And that's what I think is happening. You might have moved too fast. And the universe was like, hold on. You haven't learned enough yet. You haven't learned what you need to learn yet, because you're going to need to be out there in the public more. You're going towards something that is more visible. You're going to need more preparation. Okay. And this is definitely a fated thing. This is a crossroads at your life where you're learning that, okay, maybe I was a little hasty on this. I need to get more, it's not necessarily a degree or anything like that. It's just like more learning, more doing, more experience. So how we got here, 10 of Cups, I feel like you might have had this fantasy image of what it was going to be. It's great to fantasize. That's how we manifest. Okay. And the universe is giving you the stepping stones, but the universe is like, okay, you're going too fast. Yes, yes, you have manifested something wonderful in your life. Yes, it is coming. I feel like you're going to overcome anything that has recently happened, but you're going to have to be a little bit more by the book, a little bit more one step at a time kind of thing, okay? So that's what's happening here. In the extended, I am going to look at your advice for you, what may be blocking you that you need to work on. In terms of abundance, how will this next step show up, right? We see all that glitters. Your values have changed. So how is this next step forward really going to look? What is it going to look like for you? I will ask about helpful people too, all right? So that's a lot. I don't remember all that. Okay, so link is below for you. This is group A. The extended part of this reading is over there in Vimeo. Otherwise, you can stick around for group B. Group B starts right now. All right, group B, here we go. Here we go. So I pulled these cards early. You're going to use the Mystic Monday deck, which is a really cool deck, PS. So anybody here that's a mystic, if you chose group B, you're choosing correctly. That mystic thing tells me that that's true. Just saying. All right, underneath, woo, soulmates, co-creating with the universe, luck. Lucky. I feel like you're lucky to have a person in your life here. 8 of Wands underneath. The easier communication is happening after the Mercury retrograde, obviously. 10 of Wands, Princess of Wands, so that's Page of Wands, 8 of Swords. Can't really see your way clear, see your way out of something here. Queen of Wands, entrepreneurial energy. Queen of Pentacles, Hermit, 3 of Wands. Okay, so I feel like you might be working too hard. All right, you're working too hard at something, and it's likely you might burn out a little bit here, okay? So the Page of Wands, it's like saying to you, you need to get your fun mojo back. You need to have more fun, and you're not really seeing how that works. That's something in the extended, we'll look at blocks. I feel like this is a big one. Not really seeing how fun works. Why is fun such a big deal? And in the spiritual business class last week, the first the first session is a lot about like going back to your joy, going back to your the curiosity, the fun, expansive energy that you had when you were first considering what you wanted to be when you grew up. Remember that whole thing? What do you want to be when you grow up? I guarantee you chose ballerina, astronaut, fireman, or, you know, scientist, not really because of the 401k plans, okay? You're not choosing it for that reason. You were choosing it because of just this, like, wow, that's something I want to do. Getting goosebumps on that one. So you had these big expectations, 3 of Wands, and you may not be seeing a lot of results for all the work you're putting in. And a lot of it is like you've just lost your mojo for this, or you lost the fun of it. Okay, so I do see that there might be a person here, could be an earth sign, could be a fire sign, who is going to light that fire again. But I do feel like a lot of what you're doing is sort of in the dark, Hermit energy. Gaining wisdom by that. You're gaining wisdom by the hard work that you're putting in. Okay, but it's not materializing in the way that you had hoped. Knight of Wands, 7 of Cups, yeah, confusion about that. 4 of Swords, 10 of Cups. This is really a call for you. The reason the soulmate is here, soulmate and co-create here, I feel like so 5th house is the house of children, also the house of creativity, the house of sex and leisure and fun. And how do you think we get children, right? Like sex is grown-up people play. And I feel like the soulmate here is in your life. There is a soulmate. Let's see here. I want to get one thing before I go talking more about this. You're going to rediscover your inner child here. Oh, yes. King of Cups. Four of Wands. Chariot. Wow. King of Pentacles. All right. So you see that? Like, this person could be Cancerian. Could have some very important Cancer placement. That's going to allow you to be King of Pentacles. Okay. So sex, fun, joy, like reclaiming that part of you. And instead of, you know, just focusing on work all the time. I mean, yes, is this about balance? Okay, yes, there is stuff about that. But what's underneath here is real communication, Hermit, not only with yourself, but with this other person who's coming in. I feel like this person could come in pretty fast. Four of Wands, Chariot. You guys might elope. Something like that. You might elope. I'm just saying, this is not a love reading, but what's going to happen here is because of this joy, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, because of this fire, this passion, that is going to turn you, you're going to remember what, you know, what do you want to be when you grow up? You're going to remember that feeling and reclaim that feeling for yourself. Knight of Wands is more passionate. Queen of Wands is an entrepreneur, and you could be moving from something that is very heavy. You're doing it because of kids or because of health insurance or something like that. You're doing it because of an obligation that you have, this job or this career or whatever, and it's burning you out. All right. So this person's going to come into your life who is going to, this is a very healing energy for you. Seven of Cups, going to clear up your confusion about this. It's very what's the word I'm looking for? It's not anticlimactic because it's great, but it's antithetical or counterintuitive. That's what I'm looking for. Counterintuitive. Because play and fun and joy and happiness is what is going to get your creativity flowing. Okay, that is going to bring back the spark in terms of where you want to be. You're going to talk a lot with this person. Like I said, could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. 10 of Cups here is the outcome. So 10 of Cups is, well, is the, sorry, this is a clarification set. So we'll see where we go. But this tells me that this person not only is going to bring back the spark for you, but they are going to send you on a new road here. You could be, the mystic here makes me feel, when I kept saying mystic, I kind of feel like you're moving more in terms of a spiritual direction for your own work, your own, I mean, you know, you might have been in a job, J-O-B, that you consider not to be spiritual. But I got to tell you, like, everybody has gifts. They are all God-given, right? Whether you're a really amazing lawyer or you're a really amazing mystic, either way, those are gifts from God. Okay? You might have to develop them a little bit. You might have to learn some new things. That was Group A too. But this feels very dry to me. It feels like you're running aground, like you're burning yourself out. You're just, you know, you've forgotten what it's like to have fun. You've forgotten, you know, it's just like a grind. This job, whatever you're doing right now, is a grind. And so this new person is coming into your life. A new person. I feel like a new person. Big love here. And this is going to allow you to co-create with them. They come across your path in a lucky way. So don't look for it. All right. But recognize. You don't have to look for it. This person's going to show up on your path because this is what your soul is calling for, to reclaim fun, reclaim joy, you know, be in this lovely place of manifesting with the universe. This is going to turn into a marriage. It could also turn into a very, very lucrative business partnership. Okay, I feel like this is a match made in heaven. Okay, this is something like that. This person shows you your own. See how the hermit here is looking in the mirror, seeing new gifts, things. Excuse me. Things that you kind of not blew off, but things you forgot about, that you were good at or that you loved. things that you had developed a long time ago when you were a kid. When you were a kid, or when you were, just starting out or something like that. This is like a mid-career, it's not a midlife crisis, it's a midlife burnout. But I just see this richness, joy. This feels like desert. This feels like the richness of earth, when a beautiful black earth that is rich in nutrients, right? This person is real, it's like, oh, I'm finally getting fed by something I'm doing. And it's something that you have, all right? It's yours. Something that you have birthed or created. See how she has that pentacle right in front of her as like her heart chakra. It's something that you love. You're going to love doing this because it comes from your creativity, comes from your core. You might not have known how to do this. This person could show you the path. Okay, so I'm going to continue going. The thing I'm going to look at in the extended blocks that need to be overcome so you can create this abundance for yourself. Advice for you. Going to look more about this helpful person. Could be more than one, maybe, but definitely a love interest that is going to be helpful to you, soulmate interest. Where are we going with this? How it's going to look, how this unfolds. So the link is below for you. Group B. All right, I'll see you over there. All right, welcome back, Group C. Or no, not welcome back. Welcome, Group C. Okay, so I pulled the cards for you. No place like home. I think that came out third. Your why is in the middle here. Thinker. So this is very much, I can see that very clearly, that you're looking for the right career, or you're looking for the thing. I feel like maybe you haven't come up with your why yet. We did that in the spiritual business class a lot, about coming up with your why. Why am I doing what I'm doing? It's your belief. What is your belief regarding what you're doing? My belief here on this channel is that I am delivering hidden information that helps people transform their lives and go in the direction of their dreams. That's my why. I believe in transformation. Okay? And so this is something that you might need to work on. Oh, Eight of Pentacles underneath here. I did the reading here. Three of Swords. Group A had Three of Swords as the first card too. The World. Endings and new beginnings. So this work you've been doing is likely to end. Okay? Maybe you're not seeing it happening. Okay? You're not seeing that. It's coming up on you fast here. All right? So whatever you have been nurturing, there's definitely a person coming in. You might need to go back to your childhood if you've like really gone far afield from what you wanted to be as when you grew up. There might be something here, no place like home, having to do with the home, having to do with, either staying home with your children might be the thing here. Your child can be something around the home, something that you've created, like a business, like an organization, helping people organize their homes. Could be real estate, could be, right? Something about the home. You might, there's an ending to this stuff that's been going on. Three of Swords, World. It's like time to come back in from the cold. Time to come back in from the experience you've had out in the world. It's time to come into a warm, the career I feel like is warm. It's your why. It's something about your why here. All right, where's my deck? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, there's something about that. So your life could have been very fast before. This might be very different. Seven of Swords. Temperance. Five of Swords. Five of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. I'm feeling like when you kind of discover this new line of work or this new career, it blossoms within you. This is something you've been working on for a while. Empress is gestating a baby, right? And there's something here that you could, I mean, for some of you, you could be going out on maternity leave, literally, right? That could be for some of you that you're coming back in from the world and going more toward your home. It has you know, you could also be moving into something that deals with children. You know, something along those lines, maybe becoming a teacher, thinker here, Aquarian energy. I feel like the Seven of Swords, that is the near future energy, is your, I mean, lying to yourself. That seems really strong to me. It's that you're trying to take from this other situation information that was helpful, and use it. You're basically saying, okay, whatever I was doing, there's some new application of it. There's some new way of doing it. And I feel like the universe is going to say, no, that's really not it. The universe is saying to you, this change is going to be completely different from what you were doing before. It doesn't mean that some of those skills don't translate, okay? Because they can. But this feels to me a lot like home and hearth and children, Cancerian energy here. There's Temperance energy, being more patient. I feel like this is a big change. And there are other people around you may not get it, may not understand. You might be leaving a very lucrative job, a very lucrative career, to do something that your heart is telling you feels like home to you. Okay? I feel like you haven't really seen it. You felt stuck in this other career, maybe golden handcuffs. You're making so much money or something like that, or you're something about it that you have been unable to get rid of it, unable to do it. And it could be that somebody does come in who, you know, sabotages you. Or you could also self-sabotage here to go toward this no place like home. You know, this feels very, you have a very, the career could be very cerebral, a writer, being an academic or something like that. Because this World card in this deck makes me feel like, you know, like the professor. And the new thing is going to feel so different. Six of Cups. This is something that it's either you already know how to do it, you've already loved it, you already have tried it, or it's been fun for you, or something like that. It's bringing back joy into your life. Because this other thing, I feel like, is very competitive, hard-nosed. Could be in banking, or could be in, you know, politics, or something that's really has been very difficult and not warm and fuzzy at all. This new career feels warm and fuzzy to me. I also feel like in your old situation, there were people who were backstabbing, who were not good, you know, not nurturing, not good colleagues. And I do feel like that gives you a little bit of confidence. Nine of Pentacles, so you can do something on your own. Like you really have quite an impressive set of skills. I feel like this old job is over though. Four of Pentacles, holding on to it for the money. Seven of Cups, not sure what you could do next. Four of Cups, still focused on the old thing, not letting the new thing come in. Five of Cups, another five. Again, big change. Big change. So I'm going to recommend looking at your North Node. What is your mission in this planet? You're done doing whatever you're doing right now. If you're pregnant or you are about to bring something new into the world, that's likely to be the thing. In your old situation, and I feel like you're going to have to you're still going to have to fight this fight with these people who are very, you've really tried to hold on to some things. Change, okay? So you've tried to hold on to an old way of doing something, and change is trying to happen. And so if you're holding on for money, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, that might get upended because your true career path, your true abundance path is more about something that is meaningful to you beyond the revenue source that it creates. Okay? I see Sagittarius here. I see Sag. So we're going to keep going here. I'm going to look at blocks that need to be overcome, give you some advice around that. Helpful people, this world energy here. Helpful people in a negative way. They could be getting you fired or getting you, they're doing things behind your back. 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands. And you're confused by that. You're so focused on, winning this game. I feel like I'm not seeing like a sudden change, but I'm definitely seeing change. And I'm definitely seeing that you're not seeing it coming. So it doesn't mean like a tower necessarily, but if you really have your eyes closed and not, because both of these 3 of Swords and World, see, they both have their eyes closed. All right. You're not really, and the 8 of Swords there, you're paying attention to things that need to go away. Okay. The recent past, I didn't even mention this. The recent past, Knight of Swords. This is really a battle. You've been in a battle. Okay. So things are changing. Things are changing. All right, my darlings. Group C. This is Group C. The link is below for you. I will see you over there.